one of the hearts of our poetry group, Ines Diez.
Thank you for being here. I'm going to start with this one. It's called Feeding the Birds. You feed the birds at dawn, watch them closely, hoping to hear their song, spy their comings and goings, and yet nothing happens. You start feeling cheated. The price of seed has gone up and produced no singing. My daughter had breakfast with me this morning, then she left. Don't know when she'll return. I must remember not to ask of her next movement. Sometimes she plays guitar. I should listen intently then with the ears of my heart. The sun rises every day in magnificent colors, asks nothing of you or me, simple, expendable mortals. Thank you, Joanna, for videotaping this. And if any of you would like to go back to see us reading, you can check the YouTube RVOPA Bloomsbury. My next one is called Naked. Embrace these sagging breasts, the conduit for nourishment and streaming milk that fed my children. Cherish them as the source of steaming lust, lovers' galactic connection to the heavens. Caress my stretched belly, the skin overflowing, the imperfect, unlimited curve of motherhood. Worship it as the sacred core of femininity, the furnace, the lava pit, potter's wheel where desire erupts ecstatic, starting all creation. Admire my colossal thighs, the muscular pillars holding my bones. Hold them standing straight and monolithic, rooted in the energy of earth, sending it back to my heart, anchoring my wide hips and the lineage of ancient fertility goddesses. Grasp the powerful, flabby rocks of my buttocks, where the soft, quivering, delicious, undulated curvature of my back rests. Forgive my arms unfit for strapless tops. See them for their readiness to embrace, for their act of caressing, their intent on holding the circle of infinity and completion. Accept all of my outer countenance, the Greek clay vessel that carries the holy oil. Transcend what is behind and beyond this old wrinkled layer shell, this temple, layer of my heart and life purpose, the inner breath that lies within, the spirit wind that fills this unique space, the pulse that runs through the silvery, sensuous rivers of stardust, this temporary, breakable shape blessed with a grain of eternity, the place where God imprints his finger, the place where God calls me every day by my first name.
Nice.
Wow. Next one is called Tending the Night Garden. A pool of serene solitude greeted her at the table each morning, and by night, solitude had become a quiet longing. She would go about her day like any other human, work to sustain herself, cook for beloved friends, call her grown-up children, look after the small things that make a regular life. She had been a fighter and a rebel, and now that her hair was graying and her gait showed the rust of age, she grew restless with desire. Earth woman, you could see her untangle the clumps of soil in her hands, the way a dutiful mother spools her children's hair. She spoke to trees, and they murmured back in mysterious vibrations. Her dreams soared when the winds untied bridle horses, and she wore the scent of rain like other women wore expensive jewels. She cried. All her life she kept crying. She cried joy for the gift of love present, and she cried baskets of sorrow for the absence of love. She cried for the things humans do and only God can change. And so she prayed in her garden among dark creatures, befriended worms and birds, exulted in the opening of buds. Now that her youth was gone, her complexion lacked luster, there was no male companion. And she wasn't quite crazy, but it was known. The full moon whipped her senseless, made her unsteady in balance, opened cracks in the old boat of her heart. One day, she met a strange sage woman who lived alone in a bamboo grove. The sage whispered to her, "Go, tend your night garden, the garden that grows beneath the moon." So she went to find that magical garden, to the silver side of the moon where dreams are real.
Nice.
I like to end with a prayer. May we speak from a feeling heart rather than from a biased mind. May we love perfectly the imperfect creatures of this world. Be a Saint Francis with a giving hand. Spare us, great Spirit, from the ego of false prophets and from the greed of humans in all cases. May we find a reason for our purpose, serve the good in us, lit up in joy our faces. May we be the wine of this earth, the bread that calms the hunger. May we all do our best, be humble, learn to be peace in times of danger.